Well, there is a call for change in the way police handle certain situations.
But will this group's call for action really help, or could it hurt in some situations? We'll let you know.
The beer bag.
Fox 40 News at 10 continues.
It was a controversial release from the San Joaquin County Jail last summer. Sheriff's deputies let 28-year-old Jeremy Lum of Lathrop go, but he never made it home. Instead, he was found floating in the San Joaquin River 3 days after he got out of jail. Lum's family says deputies are partially to blame for what happened.
That's right. They say Jeremy was mentally ill and he was unmedicated when he was released from jail. Now his family is trying to use this tragedy to make a change.
Thirsty, bud?
We are symbolically completing the walk that Jeremy couldn't.
In July 2009, Jeremy Lum was released on a public intoxication charge from the San Joaquin County Jail in French Camp. His relatives were not contacted, and Lum was forced to walk home to Lathrop barefoot. He was found 3 days later in the river.
He told them upon booking that he had bipolar disorder and he was on medication. He needed his medication.
Now, for the second year, the Lum family is hitting the road and marching from the jail to Lathrop to teach law enforcement how to properly handle people with mental illness to avoid another Jeremy Lum case. Bells of success are ringing this year as Lathrop cops and the public are willing to learn, with crisis intervention training starting next week.
Now we're in people's houses. People are talking about it, and you know, it's a huge thing.
The Lum family is also pushing for a database that will identify mentally ill people. So if they're arrested, cops know exactly what procedures to perform. It's that type of change the Lum family hopes will prevent another funeral of a young person who may be faced with what Jeremy went through and the daily pain Jeremy's family lives with now.
It's rough, but this is how we remember him and bring him home. We bring him home every year.
And the Justice for Jeremy campaign isn't over this month. His family is working every day until it's mandatory for every member of law enforcement to have mental illness training. And this happens to be the subject of tonight's Viewer's Voice question. Okay, here's your time to chime in. What do you think about requiring officers to undergo this training? Some people have even talked about a mental illness database so officers know what they're dealing with. You can call or text your thoughts right now, 916-572-4FOX, or post something on our Facebook wall at facebook.com/Fox40 News.
All right, Mark, thank you. In tonight's Viewer's Voice, we told you about a family that wants local law enforcement officers to go through training so they can deal with mentally fragile suspects.
Here's what you had to say about it.
Hi, my name is Carol from Grass Valley, and with the rampant mental illness, I think that it is mandatory that our police department be aware of impact of the medications and the effect of not allowing their prisoners to take their medications.
My name is Kathy from Sacramento, and though I don't know about a database, I do believe that these cops should require this mandatory training.
Sandy from Sacramento. I suffer from mental health, and when I've been arrested, they've treated me like second-class garbage. I think they need to treat mental health people a whole lot better.
All right, how about our text messages? This viewer wrote, they need the training to identify people with challenges and handle them differently.
Also on Facebook, Bannerman said it wouldn't hurt to check the mental background. It helps prevent lawsuits in the long run. And I also don't think that it's a distraction. It's their jobs to serve and protect, even if the person they're serving and protecting can't comprehend it. And also the pet sitter indicates, I'm really shocked that they aren't required to have this already. Thanks so much for your comments on Facebook. Check them out all night long here.
That does it for us. We hope you had a great Saturday night, and we hope to see you back here tomorrow on Sunday.